Dear students, today I have come up with another topic on our paper personality development, which is entitled team building. So, team building is a very important component of personality development because everywhere we are thinking of building teams so that effective functioning of organizations take place. So whether it is a college or university or even departments or even at school levels, we have several teams. Teams hereby does not mean cricket team, football team or hockey team. Yet they are also teams, but we look for a kind of a division of labor within every sector or segment based on which we evolve teams. So, what is stressed here is a uniformed thinking as well as a common implementation technique. Imagine we are in a workshop of a carpenter. If there are four people working on a particular table and four people do not have any coordination, each one will have produced 16 legs for a particular table, and that is not essential. So a coordination and perfect teamwork will divide the labor, and one person will develop the surface area where we keep the articles, and another person will develop the limbs, and another person will do the shells, and another person will link all of this. So this kind of a teamwork is most essential in our day-to-day life also. So lack of teamwork complicates several things, and at times what happens is it also becomes a form of administration, wherein the administrators they fish out of troubled waters, and it is to the detriment of the employees this kind of administration takes place. But if all of them want to produce good results, then there should be an effective team building wherein everybody thinks in the same way and tries to implement things in the same way. These days, physical distance does not deny a kind of team formation. So, for instance, a team is formed with a person working in or living in France, or somebody living in USA, or another person living in Malaysia or Singapore, and yet they are able to work as a team because this is the norm of globalization these days, wherein virtualization has taken place and wider teams have been formed. Hence, team relationship or team building enhances social relationship as well as it defines role of the each members participating or taking place in the team. A team may align around goals. It may build effective working relationship, and it reduces role ambiguity, same functioning that is repeated by another person. So that is called a team ambiguity or role ambiguity. Finding solutions to team problems. So whatever the team faces as problem, as a team they try to solve that. So these are the very important components behind team building. Companies they have team building retreat from time to time, and some people call it corporate love-in, and there are other components to effectively build teams. And in the US military they use lifting a log, a kind of a race they organize even in the special this services selection board interview. They tend to organize a snake race where your team character is assessed. So such an evaluation is made by companies also, and they tend to assess your ability to incorporate into a team. From here, let us move towards the four approaches that are most essential in team building. So the first approach is setting a goal, and second is role clarification, and third is problem solving, and fourth is and the most important of all this is interpersonal relations. So, in our paper personality development, we have already dealt with what is setting of a goal means to. Yet, I would like to uh, say a few words about what is setting goal here again. One thing you should understand is building a team in no way is harmful to the individuality of a person. So, in teams, the individuality can also be grown, as well as the team can also be guided to a development or growth. So, action plan comes before setting up goals. So, goals and action plans, they have a time scale to be followed. So, setting up goals and action plan and following a strict time scale are very important component of a teamwork. In the training itself, the role clarification is perfectly made, because in teams, large number of people, they do not know their own roles, and rather they uh, have idea about others' role, and they often violate the borders, and they took the role or take the role of other persons and they perform it well. That is not suitable for a good team. So you have to realize your role and also respect the role of others. That is how a team will successfully function. So in case if a particular employee is not able to work on a particular day, and if he says that I will not be working today to the team leader, and then he will give you an additional role, or he will assign that particular role to some other person, and he will look to the problem being effectively solved by the team. But in the place of the leader, one should not initiate such problem solving tactics and take the pressure of solving the problem in himself. So he has to remember his role effectively. And similarly, the leader, he can often follow the democratic system and he can call for discussion. But still, discussion often taking place is also will make the team members feel tiresome. So problem solving is the next component that we have to deal about. So take for instance this present coronavirus based problem that the whole world is facing. There are certain teams working across the world to solve this problem, and they are trying to bring about an effective vaccine. And Oxford University is indulging in research, and 4 or 5 laboratories in India, they are also seriously engaged in research. And what is happening within USA, nobody knows yet. We come across news reporting that a large number of people are dying on everyday basis. A large number of people are infected by coronavirus, and so on and so forth. But what kind of research they are carrying out, that has not been made public, or that has not been made effective in the area outside USA. So confidentiality is maintained on the one hand, while on the other hand they are trying to solve the problem without leaking any intelligence information to other countries. So here again you should think that the aim, goal and purpose of all the teams is to solve the problem of coronavirus, and they at this point of time do not speak about achieving a Nobel Prize for medical science or achieving some other recognition throughout the world, or similar recognition coming from various quarters. So presently they are working hard to solve the problem and put the world in its routine process as before. So let us also speak about the interpersonal relationship and its importance. The emphasis placed as far as teamwork is concerned is more on the communication and sharing of ideas. So the team members, if you if they communicate effectively within themselves and share vital information within themselves with confidence, then that particular team will be shining like a star, and that is very important. A facilitator is important in a team to develop this interpersonal relationship and coordinate the communication among them. So with that, a team outshines other teams and becomes successful and receives adequate recognition from others. Let us move on to types of team building. So one kind of team is called school. So herein what happens is, like a professor introducing or helping the students about the team, a team is being created in such a fashion. He introduces the team members and he trains to communicate accurately and unambiguously, and he trains you to accept and support one another. Check whether the understanding has been clearly made by all the members. He also introduces how to share ideas and understanding on each and every person, and he also will guide you to have an agreement on common aspects, and so on and so forth. This is called school type of team building. And now let us move towards organization. Robots can work tirelessly, whereas human beings they become easily tired. And similarly, we have a very great dictum in English that says familiarity breeds contempt. So within a team, when we become close and close, and when we become familiar more and more, we become contemptuous of each other, and therefore this kind of a negative development has to be avoided in an organization. So in a view with avoiding this kind of conflict within the team, certain measures have been developed by the organization, wherein employees are being given opportunity to solve problems of the company, and that democratic aspect, if it is introduced, employees they tend to enjoy such activities and they give their full cooperation and coordination to the team. And when problem solving is being associated with the employees, they feel like being the owners of the company, although that is only a signal thinking. It vastly increases the ability and capacity of the employees and also the output of the organization. So more than one employee, when they are asked to give a solution in a particular place, when others are notifying, then the competitive spirit is being infused within the team, and they try to give better results or better kind of suggestion than others. So in such a way, organizations tend to improve. And apart from that, we have sports teams, and here the coach is the cornerstone of all the players, and he communicates and instills a sense of pride among the group members. He debases the importance of star players and he gives equal importance to all the players, and he makes everyone realize that everybody's role in the team is equally important, and without another person's role the team cannot effectively survive. And this thinking is constantly reinstated as far as sports teams are concerned. Based on this, the team culture and the psychology of leadership is also evolved within sports teams. So in conclusion, that we should understand that team development is giving up difference, particularly in a country like India. We are differing, or we are divided on the basis of language, caste, religion, and whatnot, and therefore a effective an effective team will demean all these and put the team as the central focus of our person. And therefore, team building is very important to be successful as a group or as a country. With this insight, I complete my lecture on team building. Thank you very much.